This is the sixth and final video in my little mini-series on how to get started with 12-bar blues piano. If you haven't seen the previous ones, check out the episode guide on bluespiano.tv. They're all there, or look back in my YouTube channel, they're all there as well. In the last video we looked a little bit at the riffs. I'm just going to take these girly slippers off and hide them so you don't have to check those out. There we go. As I was saying, in the last one we looked a little bit at riffs, and in this final one we're just going to think about turnarounds. Turnarounds are dead simple but quite useful. They come into play when you get to the end of a chorus in a 12-bar blues. That's one time through, and you want to signal that you're finishing one and starting the next one, because you know you could just continue, but it's sometimes cool to have a bit of something different. The classic way of doing that is to make the last chord of the 12, instead of the root chord, in some way go back to the fifth chord, the dominant, okay? Because if you know anything about harmony, you'll know that the fifth chord in the scale always wants to resolve back onto the tonic chord of the scale, okay? So in C, that means making the last chord of the 12, G, so when you want to start again, you can go back to C. So let's imagine we're nearly at the top of a particular time through a 12-bar blues, and it's something like this. G, F, back to C, and then back. So we put the G in there just to get you back to the start. Now that version sounded pretty cheesy and pat, and you probably wouldn't play that in real life. A really common, it's a bit of a cliche, but it's quite neat as well. A really common thing to do is something like this. You get into the end of your 12-bar sequence, back to the C, and then for the final bar, so we're just hitting the G there. Listen to that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're back at the start. Okay, so you can do loads of things like that. Play a whole 12-bar from the top and show you an action. And here comes our little turnaround, and we're back. Yeah. There are various little turnarounds that you can use. Another really common one is so just going F, F sharp, G. You can also use a turnaround at the end of a piece as a kind of coda to bring it to the end. Obviously you don't want to land on a G right at the end, you want to get back to the tonic. A common sequence to use there, again it's a bit of a cliche, but just an illustration you can work out your own, is this little sequence. C, C7, these are the names of the chords. Obviously if you don't know chord names, check out the Piano World chord tool, address is here. Start again. C, C7, F, F minor, C, G, C. Okay, so if you get to the end of a 12-bar, okay, let's watch that again. C, C7, F, F minor, and back to C. C7 to make it sound kind of cool and bluesy at the end. Okay, so like I said there, if those chords don't make sense to you, if you're not sure about chords, check out the Piano World chord tool, or if you look at the top of the episode index on bluespiano.tv, there's a list of various different resources there. So that's it. We've looked at left hands, we've looked at the blues scale, we've looked at how to make your left and right hand work together, we've looked at beginning to improvise, we've looked at riffs, and very quickly at turnarounds. So in kind of, I guess, a total of half an hour of video, maybe a little bit more, there's everything you need there to get started. If you are new to this, it's going to take you more than half an hour to grasp all that. I've kind of compressed it all down. The secret is to try and keep trying and keep trying and keep practicing and really work hard at it. Okay, even if it seems like you're not really achieving anything too much of interest, really just keep going for it. Okay, so even if it means you're just sat there for hours on end, just making your hands work together, doing something like this. Doesn't matter. You want to aim to be playing these little sort of practice things through hundreds and hundreds of times each until they're sort of so deeply sunk in your brain that you'll never get them out. Okay, questions about this bit, about turnaround, or about any of the videos in the basic series, give me a shout either on YouTube in the comments thread on the video, or head over to bluespiano.tv, post a comment or question in any of the threads, preferably the relevant one to your question, but I will get back to you either way. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, I hope you'll benefit from it, and I hope you will keep coming back to Blues Piano TV, because these are the first videos I've made for the site, but I'm going to make an awful lot more on lots of other neat sort of tips and tricks and techniques you can use to play blues on the piano. Thanks very much.